So, question, and most people get this wrong. What's more dangerous, being stranded in the desert or stuck in your hot apartment with no air conditioner during a record-breaking summer heat wave?
The answer in 3, 2, 1. If you said both are equally deadly, you are absolutely right. In this episode of Wired for Facts, we are diving into the science behind how to survive in extreme heat. I'm giving you real-world practical strategies to survive both desert conditions and those scorching summer heat waves that seem to be becoming more intense every year. And here's something really cool, pun intended, that we will also be talking about today. Did you know that your body already comes equipped with one of the most advanced survival systems on Earth? Surviving in the heat is not just about what survival tech gadgets or gear you can go to the store and buy. It's made possible mostly by your body's very own built-in air conditioner. And you are about to learn the secrets of how to tap into it and boost your chances of beating the heat in an emergency. By the end of this episode, you'll know tips and tricks you can use to stay cool, stay safe, and you'll understand why sweat might just be one of the biggest reasons our species is still here. Yes, sweat. In fact, let's start things off with this underrated scientific truth. Sweating is one of the greatest evolutionary advantages humans have ever developed. And yeah, I know it doesn't feel like a superpower when you're hot, miserable, drenched, and sticky. But consider this. Most mammals can't sweat the way we humans do. When they get hot, they pant and seek shade, or they collapse. Humans, we run, we think, we survive, even in extremely hot conditions. Our ancestors were persistence hunters. That means they didn't need to be fast, they just needed to keep going while everything else overheated and dropped over. Thanks to sweat, our ancestors could track animals for hours across dry, sun-blasted deserts and savannas and win. It helps that we also walk upright on 2 legs, which exposes less of our body to direct sunlight. Less surface area in the sun means less heat absorption. And since our heads are higher off the ground, our brains stay cooler, literally giving us space to think clearly while others roast at ground level in the hot sand. So let's quickly learn why sweat is so important and the science of evaporation. When sweat evaporates from your skin, it carries heat away. Fast. Just 1 liter of sweat can release around 500,000 calories of heat from your body. That's some impressive evolutionary engineering. But like any system, your cooling mechanism has limits, and you're hitting those limits more quickly when it's extremely hot. Take deserts, for example. The problem with surviving in these environments isn't just the hot sun. It's also the dry air that speeds up water loss through your skin. You dehydrate fast in a desert, and not just from water loss. You are losing sodium and electrolytes, which are vital for nerve and muscle function. That's why desert survival isn't just about drinking plain water. It's about replacing the essential minerals you're losing. Now, let's zoom back to your city apartment during a heat wave. Modern buildings trap heat. Concrete radiates warmth that was absorbed during the day, all through the night. Some homes have little to no airflow, no insulation, and no AC. In 2021, the Pacific Northwest hit record highs. And sadly, hundreds of people died in their homes. Not because they were hiking Death Valley, but because their apartments were as hot as ovens. So yes, your sweat system is powerful, but it's not invincible. Let's talk survival strategies. I'm going to break this into 2 situations: desert survival and modern heat waves. But here's the key. The same science applies to both. So, if you're in a desert, rule number 1 is don't chase shade, make it. You're not likely to find a tree out there. Use a tarp, jacket, even your backpack to create a shadow. Keep your core shaded. Sun exposure equals heat gain. Next, stay still during peak heat if possible. The hottest hours of the day, usually noon to 4, are when your body has to work the hardest to stay cool. Rest during that window and move at dawn or dusk. Trying to hike at high noon is just asking for trouble.
And if you have water with you, sip. Don't gulp. Guzzling water all at once can actually make things worse. It can lead to nausea or even something called hyponatremia, which is a dangerous drop in sodium. Instead, take small sips often. If you have salty snacks or oral rehydration salts in your backpack, even better. You're not just losing water out there, you're losing electrolytes.
Now, let's say you're stuck at home with no air conditioning during a heat wave. First, hydrate through food. Watermelon, cucumbers, oranges, even broth-based soups can help restore both fluids and salts. Your hydration strategy doesn't have to be boring or bland.
Then focus on cooling your blood, not just your skin. The wrists, neck, armpits, groin, and feet have major blood vessels close to the surface. Run cool water over them. Soak your feet in a bucket of cool water or use cold cloths. That cools your blood directly, and your whole body benefits faster. Next, let's talk helping enhance your evaporation superpower. Soak a t-shirt or towel and sit in front of a fan if you have one. It sounds simple, but it's incredibly effective. The airflow boosts evaporation and helps your body regulate heat more efficiently.
Clothing matters too. Wear light-colored, loose-fitting clothes made from breathable or UPF-rated fabrics like cotton or linen. Covering more skin may seem counterintuitive, but it actually protects you from sun exposure and helps retain moisture. Add a wide-brimmed hat and sunscreen, and you've got your mobile shade system dialed in. Finally, rethink your routine. Just like with the desert survival, shift your most active hours to the coolest parts of the day, early morning or late evening. Whether it's exercise, yard work, or just walking to the store, your body will thank you.
If you are ever in these situations, it's important to recognize when things are going wrong. So here is what you need to know. Heat exhaustion is the first red flag most people have. Symptoms can include dizziness, feeling extremely tired, like you can't keep your eyes open, an unusual increase in muscle cramps, nausea, and dark urine or infrequent urine. It's your body saying, "Hey, I'm sweating too much and I'm not keeping up." Make sure you cool down and hydrate right away if you are feeling any of these symptoms, and seek help from a doctor if hydration and cooling off does not seem to help.
The following heat stroke symptoms are a medical emergency. If your body temperature is over 105 degrees, if your skin is pale, flushed, deep red, or even turning gray, if you get confused, feel like you could pass out at any moment, or if you've stopped sweating despite being hot, it's time to act fast. Call emergency services immediately.
While waiting, get out of the heat and start active cooling. Place wet cloths on your pulse points. Fan yourself. Immerse your feet and rinse yourself with cool water if you can. Avoid submerging in water if you think you might pass out. Every second counts. This is when your knowledge can literally save a life. So let's bring the science all together.
Sweat isn't just a reaction. It's a revolutionary upgrade that allowed humans to survive some of the harshest conditions on Earth. But even the most brilliant system needs support. Whether you're crossing a desert trail or just stuck in a heat-soaked city, remember this: hydrate proactively, cool your pulse points, slow down during peak heat, dress for defense, and most importantly, listen to your body. Okay, I've got a question for you. What's your best trick for staying cool during a heat wave or hot summer hike? Drop your survival tips in the comments or tag me at Wired for Facts on social. I love learning from this community, and you might just help someone else beat the heat. And next time on Wired for Facts, we're exploring why chasing happiness might actually be what's making you miserable. What actually happens when you stop trying so hard to be happy? The science is shocking. You won't want to miss it. If this episode helped you feel even a little bit smarter or a little bit more prepared, please take a second to like and follow the show. It helps more than you know. Until next time, I'm Victoria. Stay curious and stay cool.